In this BakuTalk news, Spin Master reveals their 2023 second quarter earnings, revenue is down 16%, and there's talks of a Bakugan movie? Subscribe and enable notifications to always on for frequent Bakugan news updates and more awesome Bakugan content. Hello and welcome to the BakuTalk News. I'm Haru, and before we get started, I just want to let you all know that a vast majority of you watching are not subscribed to this channel right now. So if you are genuinely enjoying the content that we do, please consider subscribing and enable notifications to always on so you don't miss out on Bakugan news updates, as well as other awesome Bakugan content like Gen 3 product reviews, and also we will be reviewing the first episode of the new Gen 3 show, so you might want to tune in for that. I appreciate your support either way. So it's that time of the year again where Spin Master reveals their second quarter earnings, so we get a business insight on the status of Bakugan and maybe even some news on what the future has in store for the brand. And oh boy, there's quite a lot to unpack. Now this is an unprecedented time for Bakugan right now. Not only are they putting out the new reboot for Gen 3 very soon, but also because Bakugan Legends was closing out Gen 2 with a not so big bang. The numbers for Spin Master's second quarter of 2023 are in up to June 30th, and the news is not good, as revenue was down 16% compared to last year. Revenue was $420.7 million, a decrease of 16% from $506.3 million last year. Leading the charge in the decline was the toy revenue of 20.9% at $346 million. Toy revenue from January to June as of 2023 saw a decrease of $255.9 million to $532.6 million compared to last year's $788.5 million. Spin Master says it was as a result of stores reducing their inventory levels since 2022. They had ordered a bunch of stuff beforehand to counteract the inflation. In the second quarter of 2023, Wheels in Action decreased by $14.8 million to $101 million because of DC and Bakugan. In the time from January to June, Wheels in Action decreased by $70.7 million to $144.8 million, primarily because of DC, Bakugan, Monster Jam, and somehow Hexbug saved it from becoming more of a disaster. Everywhere else in the world, revenue has taken a significant nosedive right off a bridge, with sales declining left and right, with Bakugan being listed as one of the leading forces behind the drop. Point of sale metrics in the time between January to June 2023 saw Bakugan sales decrease by 15% globally, and like Spin Master said, more than likely because stores are trying to be more conservative with their orders. As it stands with the release of news as well as multiple leaks at the time that Bakugan was getting another reboot, I can't imagine that even if stores get Legends waves in, they probably won't move them because the attention is solely on Gen 3. Keep in mind, Gen 3 was not released at the time these sales figures were recorded, and even with the pre-orders of catalog that stores got in preparations for the third generation launching, they still were being wildly conservative with the amount of stock they're keeping. Spin Master with the reboot of Bakugan are having to start right from scratch, tossing away the progress they have built up from the 5 years Gen 2 generated, and it seems like it wasn't fast enough to pick up steam, so they just completely did it away and happened upon the hype that Beyblade X was generating. The time frame of release is just a little too coincidental. Now Bakugan need to get its foot in the door all over again and try to gain back not only a new audience, but try to regain the audience that they had built beforehand. It's still a point that Gen 2 is currently being discounted in order to get them out of the shelves quicker. Bakugan Legends' decline was purely due to the fact no actual point is being made to really give an incentive to buy them. No game was established, the show was barely promoted, there was not even a capstone to close out the final season of Gen 2, and with the leaks and news surrounding Gen 3 rebooting everything and making everyone's previous collections completely pointless, it's hard for people to go and buy the things remaining on shelves, even on discount. Bakugan Legends was rushed out on release because Spin Master wanted to get it over with as quickly as possible so they could fulfill some executives' next big idea, which is Gen 3. And look, I'm still excited for Gen 3. I think the special attack Bakugan are fun despite their major flaws. I'm excited for the show to air, I will definitely check it out, but it is sad that this was how Gen 2 went out. Without a bang. But it's not all doom and gloom really, since Gen 3 has been hitting stores and the year is still going. But in the conference call with investors after witnessing the success of the first Paw Patrol movie, as well as the success of popular IPs like Sonic the Hedgehog and Mario getting movies, Spin Master has let slip that they are exploring the possibility of doing a Bakugan movie. Just listen to this.
Films, they have long lives, and the kids just watch them over and over and over and over again, and just reinforce and expand the whole Paw universe. So overall, I'm really excited. And then in terms of films, I think that we've seen, and I would actually say going back, but just basically in the last year, we've seen a lot of examples between Sonic and Mario and Barbie, just the strength of toy IP or kids-based IP being turned into films, and people wanting to see those IPs brought to life and those characters on the big screen. And so we're very excited about this movie, and we're excited about turning Bakugan into a film and looking into our treasure chest and taking things like Tech Deck and potentially turning that into a film, and things like Unicorn Academy. We're already working on scripts to turn that into a live action film. So lots of stuff to come from Spin Master in terms of the film area.
So this is pretty exciting, but don't give your hopes up though. It's pretty clear that Spin Master will be keeping their eyes on the Paw Patrol sequel film to see how it will do, and that will be what impacts their final decision on whether to do a Bakugan movie or not. But how insane is it that it took 3 reboots for them to do a Bakugan movie? Wonder what it's going to be about. Is it going to be just a generation-focused movie? Or is it going to be like Spider-Man No Way Home, where all 3 dance at the band together to stop a group of evil brawlers? Who can really say when there is no script being drafted yet? But all I can really say is that despite the decline in sales, Spin Master really still feels confident in the brand, and it's good enough for the cash. But what do you think of all of this? Do you see sales improving as Gen 3 continues to roll in stores? As well, what do you think the Bakugan movie will be about if they decide to pull the trigger on that idea? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to catch up on the latest Bakugan news, check out the previous BakuTalk news update. As well, check out my other videos reviewing Gen 3 product. Support BakuTalk by pressing the thumbs up and give us a subscribe for more awesome Bakugan content. I've been Haru, thank God for Rapid Fire, and Ventry is based. Bye!